Welcome to the Bottom Line Deal Finding System. So glad you're here. I can't wait to take you behind the scenes to show you firsthand the Bottom Line Deal Finder, as well as a sneak peek at the Profit Finder training that comes with it. But first I want to tell you exactly what the Bottom Line Deal Finder does for you. You follow the steps to put information for your property in the system, then the Bottom Line Deal Finder spits out your profitable price. It's easy. In other words, if you are selling a property and you take a lower price, or if you are buying and you pay a price higher than the bottom line price, something terrible happens. You will lower, or worse, eliminate your profits and increase your risk to lose money. It's that simple. Knowing the profitable buy and sell price of a property up front takes all the fear out of real estate investing. The bonus training that comes with the Bottom Line Deal Finder explains exactly how it's done. So let's jump in. See for yourself how this amazing online system overcomes the biggest fears that may be keeping you from making money in real estate today. The first fear I addressed was the fear of the unknown. And of course, this fear is eliminated. You will know where to find the necessary numbers, and the system automatically calculates them to come up with your profitable price, all done for you. So here's an example of the Bottom Line Deal Finding system and how it helps you fill in the numbers and make sure that they're accurate. On the previous page, it already asked the square footage of the property. The system, of course, wouldn't know that. And then the per square foot comps, it gives you where to look for that when you put your mouse over the question mark. This is a very important number, and there's some full training in the tools section that you'll be able to use to tell you, if you're not an agent, how to come up with most accurate comps. And then the system automatically fills in the property value based on what you determined here. And then you'll be given directions on how to come up with your resale price. So follow the directions here, and you can do it either by a flat price that you know you're going to resell, or if you're planning on resale at full comp value, or maybe more than comp value or less than comp value, you'll put that percentage here. This is the next page, just to give you more examples. Monthly advertising costs, monthly utilities, maintenance, how to figure out the types of insurance that you might want to pay for. These are all costs that you're going to want to consider when you're buying and selling a property, and the system helps you figure out where to get this information and make sure that it's accurate, taking that fear away of the unknown. So the next fear I want to talk about that we've mentioned is the fear of what ifs. Of course, people can always come up with this one, right? Like Eeyore in Winnie the Pooh, gloom and doom is what he speaks of, no matter how good things look. However, the Bottom Line Deal Finder allows you to look at all the scenarios that can happen, so you can let those what ifs go and focus on what probably will happen, profits. The Profit Finder training teaches you exactly what you need to know. Then the system does all the work of coming up with the right price for you. So let's look at another example of the Real Estate Investor's Profit Finder training now. Here's my top list of must-haves or must-considers for a typical fixer house. You should always get a Section 1 pest report. And a lot of it depends on the type of deal you have. Sometimes you'll get those yourself, or sometimes you'll have the seller pay for those. You can also get a certificate, getting a roof certification that it'll be okay for the next couple of years. It actually helps to have that when you go to resell the property, especially retail. Investors aren't so concerned about these things, but when you go to sell retail, they're going to want to see that. You're going to want your landscape, of course, cleaned up and spruced up, and your fencing up, and your sprinklers fixed. You want to make sure it's fresh paint inside and out. You want to make sure the flooring has new carpet, padding, and linoleum if you're doing going to be reselling it. The kitchen, new appliances, new or reglazed counters, and definitely clean up the cabinets at the very least. Bathrooms, you're going to want reglazed tubs, showers, new or reglazed sinks and vanities, and definitely new toilet or seat. Nobody wants to sit on a used one. And then air conditioning or heating, make sure it's in good condition and repair or replace it as needed. So keep these in mind when you are just as far as the biggies go. Now here's another quick look I want to share with you at some of the bonus tools in training where you're going to pick up the details and directions for how to set yourself up for profits every time. Take a look at this. So here's where you'll grab your training that you get, the Real Estate Profits training. It's just, here's the 6 modules that you'll be able to listen to. They're very short and quick and to the point, and it will guide you through the steps, losing the fear of making offers and doing real estate investing. Also, we offer several bonus tools that you can reach from this site, some from where your training modules are. There's a closing cost estimator, so you can get pricing for some of those monthly costs, mortgage rates, what's going on today in different areas of the United States. You can get average home price by city, get lots of different mortgage calculators just to sort of get some pricing if you were going to be taking a hard money loan or any kind of loan. You can know what your payments would be, and that would be part of your monthly costs. You could get state foreclosure laws here and lots of other stuff. You can access some sites that offer some other free resources, and then also the Bottom Line Calculator offers some of these same things here in the tools page when you hit tools, and some of those same items are listed here on your Bottom Line Calculator. Next fear we had talked about is that fear of losing money. When you follow the training for how to input the numbers, the system's going to tell you exactly what your profit will be based on the facts that you found, and you know where to find them. So there's no more guessing. Here's an example of a sheet that the system's going to spit out for you. All this is put together. It's not that complicated. Basically the address on top and the square footage and the year built, and of course the asking price. That information on top you'll need to put in. And then all those different little pieces down at the bottom there, price per square foot, you put in. But most of this is figured out. And then because I buy a lot in the same areas, when I do a new property, I usually will only have to change the top part of this form. But the bottom line price is clear. In this case, I wouldn't want to pay more than $59,000 to make, it looks like, the planned profit of 10% of $5,900. So, and I can change that planned profit to any number I want. If I wanted to make a minimum of $10,000 and or whatever, it's just going to change the bottom line price. All of those numbers automatically and instantly change the price you want to pay. So that's what the bottom line system will spit out for you. So the next fear I talked about was the fear of communication. Well, the Bottom Line Deal Finder bonus is a 15 downloadable bonus scripts. They're going to be in PDF format, so you'll be able to use them. And you're going to feel comfortable talking with the experts you need to support you in your success and profits in real estate investing. So here is an example of one of the scripts that you'll be receiving. This is interacting with sellers. It's taken me years to come up with the right words and the right questions to find out, most importantly, how motivated they are to sell a property to me. And then secondly, to kind of find out if we're in the right ballpark for what they're going to want to get for the property. Are they being reasonable in their asking price? Does it meet what I want? In lots of different areas and questions that are asked here. So you just follow this questionnaire and conversation, and you will be able to quickly know if the property this seller has is for you. Excuse that last page on the video, kind of looked a little scribbly, but the original that you get is not. So the last fear I want to address is the fear of not getting it right, which I like to point out the two biggest ones, which is ARV and rehab. And if you don't know what that is, I'm going to share that with you in just a few minutes. You're going to know the exact steps to find your answers to the most complicated calculations, such as finding the correct value of your property, as well as the cost for rehab. So let's talk about the definition of comps. So comps are homes of similar size, condition, age, and style that are active, pending, and or recently sold in a certain neighborhood. Evaluating comparable homes and their prices can help determine the fair market value for the property you're looking at. Property comparables is what they're called, and we shorten the word and call them comps, are what is commonly used to determine what a property is worth today and its current condition and what it might be worth when we're ready to resell it. We often refer to this time when we're going to resell it as the ARV value, or after repair value. The truth is, though, that comps are not black and white, and oftentimes people differ in their opinions for how to use them to arrive at a property value or a comped value. Realtor comps from MLS are the most accurate and will need to be used for a final purchase decision. These are what appraisers use to determine value, as well as most buyers when they consider a property for purchase. Buyers meaning you and I. So as a real estate investor, you're going to be evaluating quite a few properties and be hard pressed to find a realtor who's going to pull comps for all of them, because that takes their time and you're not going to be taking all of the properties that you evaluate. I, for instance, usually look at about 20 new properties every single day. So if you do not have personal access to the multiple listing service, MLS, that a realtor does, a good starting point to evaluate comps is using a free online service. So that was an example of some of the steps that are given to you when you get the Bottom Line Deal Finder. So the Bottom Line Deal Finder tells you where to find your numbers and calculate your numbers, then gives you your bottom line price. It's that simple. The Bottom Line Deal Finder takes all the emotion, especially fear, out of the equation to determine if any property is a good deal. For example, you may think a property is beautiful to look at. However, if the numbers don't add up to a profit when you sell it, then you will definitely not be enjoying that beautiful property as it brings in financial loss to you. Do you have a good deal? The Bottom Line Deal Finder will let you know. Now, let's take a look at additional features you're going to use in the Bottom Line Deal Finder. So here's what you have after you enter all your numbers and your information. You can put as little or as much of this information as you want into every deal. The main thing that's required, of course, is the address. And if you don't have the square footage, you can't figure out your value. As we showed in the earlier part of this training, that's per square foot price that we teach you how to plug in really is the basis for a lot of what the end result is here. But this is the end result, and it can be altered back on those little pages with the question marks one at a time, or you can actually alter things here. Just to give you an example, let's say you discovered this property was actually worth $100 a square foot. You would hit the update button and it would instantly change all the numbers and allow you to pay more for the property. So you can see what just $5 a square foot on a 854 square foot property does for numbers. It went up about $3,000. So you need to be really diligent about your research and learning to do that right, which is what the training here will teach you how to do. Then the other thing you can do with this is you can email it to somebody you know if you want to. You just hit the email button, you can type a personal message here, enter in the email address, and this will be emailed to them. You could print the property. This is what it looks like when it's printed. So you can just print that out. You could upload a photo if you want to, and change just about any of these numbers quickly and easy. Let's say your selling agent fee was going to be 3%. Hit update. Again, it changes the price based on that cost. So there's some really cool features, and there's a whole way to calculate the monthly loan payment that it actually calculates it for you. So I pay cash, so I don't have a loan payment, but let's say I got a 30-year loan at an annual percentage rate of 5% and a down payment of $10,000. You could update that information. It shows that my monthly loan payment is going to be $270, and because I'm estimating a holding time of 3 months in my flips, that's an additional cost. I hit done. It actually plugs in that information right here for me, and again changes the bottom line price. So you can see how quickly and easily that this can be done. And then it also, and not only can you email, print, it saves right here. So this property is right here in the considering area. You can plug and easily move them into submitted if you're waiting for an answer. And here's some accepted. Here's the ones that I decided I didn't want. If you put something on the market for sale, if you have rentals, it can go here, and if you resold them, it can go here. So, and then you can delete any of those. So it's super easy to do, and a great way to store your information here right into the system. So when it comes to making money in real estate, this is where the rubber meets the road. Getting the bottom line deal finder price is the most valuable 5 minutes, and basically that's what it takes for me to do, figure out my deals. I just change an address, update some basic information up here, and of course you got to come up with a comp price and estimate your rehabs. And because I'm buying in similar areas, a lot of these other numbers pretty much stay the same. And then save it, and it saves it as the address or any name you want. By default, it saves it at the address and comes up with your bottom line price. So I can pretty much evaluate any property, in probably less than 5 minutes. And in the training, I think I do 2 with some explanations, and it takes a whole 10 minutes. So I just wanted to give you some examples of what this looks like. There are so many benefits to owning the Bottom Line Deal Finder. I don't have time to go through them all here. The good news, the Real Estate Profit Finders training goes through every step, because what you have seen in this few minutes is only the tip of the iceberg. And I'd like to offer you something. I want you to try it risk-free. So now it's time to go in and use the system, and risk-free is what I'm going to offer. When you sign up to use the system today, you're going to receive 30 days to use it at no risk to you. So you're going to be able to use the 15 scripts, download and save them, watch the trainings, check out the free tools, use those as needed, use the entire system for as many deals as you want. And if at any time within 30 days from today you request it, you will receive a 100% quick, no hassle refund. I call this the Rock Your World or Pay Nothing Guarantee. And it's in writing right here on this page. So I can't wait to get this into the hands of real estate investors who will really use it, action takers like you. And I'm going to make it even easier for you. I'm going to offer you 80% off today. For a limited time to celebrate this new and improved system, the Bottom Line Deal Finder and all of the bonuses are 80% off the regular $497 price. You're going to get everything for only $97. That's right, for only $97 and no monthly fees. Use it forever and ever on unlimited properties to know your bottom line, most profitable price to buy or sell any residential real estate, using it from any computer from anywhere in the world. There's a disclaimer though, you have to act now. There's a timer on this page that's telling you that there's a limited time for this offer. And if you don't act today, when you come back, the price will be $497 or higher if it's still available at all. I am looking for action takers who will use this system and be willing to get past their fears to take action today. So I'm going to give you a recap of today's offer. You get the Bottom Line Deal Finder online software the Profit Finder 6-module training, 20 plus real estate tools and resources, 15 buyer, seller, and power team scripts, the opportunity to do unlimited property evaluations, unlimited online access, lifetime access with a lifetime of updates, and an 80% discount off the regular price. So scroll to the bottom of this page now to sign up and start making profitable offers today. Here's what the box looks like. Hit the Add to Cart to get started right now. The clock is ticking. The time to start making more money in real estate is now.